is the Alright, let's go ahead and get things started for today, shall we? Not gonna bother waiting the usual amount of time. It sounds like there's gonna be very many people here today anyways. But I hope everybody's having themselves a good one as we find ourselves at the start of another stream. Yes, the 10th anniversary event for Ephinea is ending in like either tomorrow or the next day, so I kind of want to give one more solid day of attempting to get literally anything out of it other than consumables. So I'm just gonna go ahead and load the game up today. And hey, you know what? I think I'll also just play my own music today. I'll spend some time grooving. Let's see. My plan is simple. We're gonna start with the thing with the least unreasonable drop rate and kind of work towards the worse and worse ones over the course of the stream. What will happen? Who knows? Probably a whole lot of nothing, but, you know, something could happen. It's possible. Alright, now that I'm actually in game, I can turn off the music. And I can play my own. Just hit random and away it goes. Turn down a little bit of course as well. Yeah, my usual luck is less than desirable when doing these types of hunts, I must say.
Fresh meat.
Which is to say, the none at all. Alright, don't really need very much for this quest. Just this, and I have so much crap laying around that I'm gonna have to clean up at the end of the event. It's like I don't need 3/4 of this stuff anymore. At least I can condemn it off to a different account. I'm glad I got all those various supers before, so I haven't had to hunt the Hildebears at all. I actually got mine. I did get a Hildator Heaven's Punisher. But it was before a Christmas event happened. I was just doing it for the lulz while waiting for the event to start. And then a good chunk of my Christmas event was dedicated to getting to the parts so I could have Divine Punishment working at all hours of the day. Fleet again, Milan? It's alright up here, I must say. Not exactly the most populous place, but, you know, it's cozy. It's only like a couple of places in the whole country that really have much for population. This sounds like an FCOGX song. Oh hey, I should turn on the now playing bar actually. I try to clean up this first room. They only sound like Doom monsters because imps took a stock camel noise used as their death noise. And so now any other game that uses those stock sound effects, it just stands right out. Except it's even sillier in this case because they're wolves. It's like, but wait, we have, like, actual wolf voices we could be using for that. Why a camel? I've never really heard that from the making of sound. It always had more of a bee type of noise to it. Doom 2 used a lot less like stock sound effects, so the newer monsters have more unique sounds. Doom 1 though, it definitely used a lot of stock sound effects. This quest is a whole lot of preying on instant death chance. Sometimes it works out really well, like right there. Ah yes. A sound all too familiar to anybody who's played much Splatoon. The waiting around in the lobby for the game to hurry up and goddamn start when it's taking matchmaking so long. Jesus Christ. Especially bad in the second one, because we didn't have a silly jump game to play. It's like, what in the world is taking so long? Yo, nice 130 streak! Sticking around all this time watching the stream, even on days where I'm just playing something I want, because, you know, on a bit of a time crunch with this one. Pressure's on to hopefully maybe actually find something. I will take all these photon drops though, they've been most helpful. I still need hundreds more. Alright, procs aren't working. You're the old-fashioned way. Punch him in the face. When all else fails, punch. Yeah, photon drops are always valuable. Because it takes hundreds of them to upgrade a single bit of equipment. So you'll never not need them. The day you don't need them will be a very strange day. I had equipped the wrong weapon and accidentally used up a chunk of my HP there. Oops. We're off to a good start in terms of gameplay today. Apparently I need to wake up. Honestly, this part is probably just faster to go back to the lobby and start over. The quests are 5 minutes long to begin with. Yeah, pretty much. The day you don't need them is the day where you don't feel the need to play anymore. It's part of why I don't really engage in the player market at all. It's like, sure, I could just buy some of my stuff that I need, or I could, like, sell off some junk. I probably should sell off some junk anyways, it's just taking up space, but... it just accelerates the play where I don't feel the need to play for anything other than just hanging out with friends anymore. And I'd like to have an excuse to play a game I very much enjoy. Sir! Sir, you have a 72% chance for that to proc. Sit down. It's like, theoretically, the only stubborn thing to instant death should be the Barans. Since Ephinea has 34% chance. That's statistics for you. It don't mean shit if it ain't 100%. Like, sometimes it just works. Saves me some grief. Turtle's time warp noise. I'm also trying to farm up these anniversary badges. This is like, I do still need a ton of these. Gee, I wonder if this is 3rd gen. Let me think about that for a second. Super crunchy audio quality, loud horns. Oh god, that's just at least an 80% hit chance. Really getting into the weeds of Pokemon accuracy numbers there. Oh, man, I didn't proc on the other guy. There we go. Get rid of the controlling unit. It's like the 2 items they can drop for this quest are both like 1 in 600. Yeah. Yeah, go figure. 1% chance to miss. You actually want it to hit, and then it just doesn't. Oh. As the saying goes, if it ain't 100%, it don't owe you shit. Sky is bright, very bright. Take another of these. Alright, shoot out. One more to go. Alright, fine. Get punched. Yeah, so it's just that over and over again, hope for the best. Grab some resources along the way. What's the target today? So in this quest, there's both Daylight Sky and Gurren, both of which I need in pretty reasonable amounts of hits. I've had a couple of them drop in the event so far, but none of them will hit. After this, I'll move on to the old Heaven Striker hunt, which I've been after for a couple of years. During my on and off playing of this here video game. I've gotten plenty of them to drop this event, but none of them have hit. It's like I can get the couple of rolls that I need, but never the last one. Never the last one! And then after that, I'll take a charitable attempt at gold. Which is like a 1 in 18,000 to show up at all. For the same enemies that aren't even dropping the thing that's 1 in 600, so you know. That seems realistic. This theme? Nah, this isn't for anything Hugo related. It's just a specific area of the tower that has poison. It's the, we're gonna put a bunch of stressful music in here, because your HP is constantly going down. Are you stressed out yet? I mean, Hugo is a jerk, that much is true. But he's also really good at what he does. Which is to say, cower in a bubble and press the buttons. Yeah, he's the only character I bothered doing Nightmare Mode with, because I figured I could do it with him. I mean, after all, he's got a bubble. And sure enough, the bubble was enough. to make it fairly smooth sailing. The power of bubble. It's why people like Sheik and Hyrule Warriors. Let me play a little song that can block a single hit. Or a starting barrier in the Battle Network games to make it that much easier to get S ranks on your busted. Dramatic ActRaiser music. With modifications, great. Now I'm thinking about PSO2's a fixed system and how stupid that was. Like, this game's rates are bad. PSO2's rates are so much worse. So goddamn much worse. Oh, the Barrier 120s? Yeah, those ain't bad. I'll have to get a whole bunch of other chips. No tax, thank you for the 80 months. Twitch Prime. Ended up spinning a little bit more for us today. As we're off to the wonderful land of hunting things that probably won't drop. And if they do, well, that's pretty rad, but I ain't expecting it. Man, this guy's being real stubborn. Just get punched. Oh, it's just on level 30. This guy got that the other day. Oh, the elemental auras. Sorry, I'm so not used to people actually using the elemental specific ones. When I think of the orange chips, I only ever really think of, like, Light Aura and Dark Aura. Ah, Dark Aura. Should be such a powerful chip, but in the end, this little thing called North Wind exists. Yeah, Moon Aura sounds right. I think that was the strongest of the fellas that fire their heads at you enemies. A recent-ish playthrough of Battle Network 1 through Operating Shooting Star was neat. It did make one a little bit more tolerable. In some ways. It was at least nice to have a folder with synergy as opposed to just, here's 500,000 fireman chips. Thank you, Tex. And yeah, still no Silk Sound. No Silk Sound Zone. I see more and more people crumble to wanting to play it. And I'm just like, no, 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 no. Yeah, having a map was definitely nice, especially in the internet areas where everything looks the goddamn same! Speaking of newer game releases, one that made me real sad yesterday. I found out that everybody's golf game came out yesterday as well. And then I looked into it a little bit. Yeah. Man, I was looking forward to actually checking out that series a little bit since I hadn't played any of the other everybody's golf games, but no. Game looks like a PS3 game, like just straight up. I don't mind that. I do mind that it looks like a PS3 game and performs like it's a PS3 game on a PS2. That one I mind! Oh, and it's stuff with easy anti-cheat, saying a nice invasive thing to put onto your computer. It's a freaking golf game, dude! We don't need to have a bloody invasive anti-cheat in it! Especially since I've been playing like 99% offline! Also, yes, there was... At the bottom of the page, it does say that it was used for making, like, trees and leaf textures using AI, and I'm just like, oh, that's just what they're telling. But if you're able, like, if you're willing to use it for that, what else was it being used for? Why do I get the feeling that the game running like ass might have something to do with vibe coding?
Enter them with the 10,000, my god!
A big old chunk while I'm on one of their rants. Those things that I tend to do. I just don't want that crap on my computer. It's just like, nah, I'm good, bud. That's where I think the other bit is. It's like, fine, I guess if I want to check out that series, it may as well just be like the PS4 version of something. But there's no easy way to check that out without actually having a PS4, and I'm not going that far.
Showtime!
Yeah, I was talking about the Everybody's Golf Hot Shots that came out yesterday. Yeah. I was curious to check it out, and then I took a couple of glances at the store page and the reviews, and learned if it'll think of it the tier 2 for 54 months. Sub 54, please come on in. Come on down! Yeah, one thing's for sure, Unreal Engine 5 has not been a hit. It feels like every game made it, and it's running like ass. Yeah, it's like normally that sort of thing isn't a full deal breaker for me, but it's like that. It's the cherry on top of the sundae when it comes to my issues with the game. It's like, okay, and we have that little nugget just sitting at the bottom of the page as well. Yeah, a lot of the reviews are saying it's missing a lot of the charm from the old ones as well. Yeah, I think it's pretty safe to say Unreal Engine 5 is a bad engine at this point. We have enough concrete evidence. It's like, there's definitely something fundamentally wrong with it. I don't know enough about that sort of shit to even hazard a guess as to what. But if every single game made on it's having performance issues, then that usually says something. Yeah, that's why I was curious to check it out, because I mean, I've played so much Mario Golf over the years. It's another similar arcadey type of golf game, and, you know, that type of vein. And I'm like, hell yeah, there haven't been one of those released in a long-ass time. I said Super Rush, and that was mid at best. And then it just turned out to be shit. And it's $50! It's $50! Are you kidding me? Maybe try to make a finished game first! Yeah, that's why I had curiosity with the series in the first place, because there's similar dens between the two series. Yeah, if it is legitimately just the tree textures, then that's kind of a fine. But it does make me, it does raise the question. It's like if it was done for that thing, what might not be disclosed? It's the old Pandora's box situation. It's one of those things where, if it's, you know, if the content's actually, you know, good, it usually won't be a deal breaker, but it needs to be good first. We need to get to that part. Why does it sound like I'm killing Gobi from Banjo? Because way too many video games use that same sound library stock camel noise. Banjo-Kazooie was another one that used the exact same sound. See, the funny thing is, the one thing that the store page actually showed me, based on the reviews, is that there's actually quite a bit of content in the game. Like, there's a lot of stuff. And apparently the courses are good and whatnot. It's just the unfortunate everything else. Thanks to everybody's here, name. Yeah, Banjo-Kazooie is the only one to use it for an actual camel. But it'll take like 3 games to get to the point where that's actually a camel making a camel noise. Because Doom, it was, you know, spiky fellas from the underworld. And in this game, it's freaking wolves! Wolves! These guys! Yeah, I found out. Honestly, it was Banjo-Kazooie that made me realize, oh yeah, that is a camel noise. But there's also a nice video by a fellow named Ephinea that goes over, I think it's Ephinea, like he does a lot of this type of stuff. That goes over the source of a lot of the stock noises used in Doom. It's usually the Pumpkin Man. I'm still a little bit sad about Super Rush. It had a lot of stuff that could really work, and I mean, it's still fun. It's just missing all the life. Yeah, all the new weapons are just toys. Toys that have been digitized. I mean, it works. No, I still can't believe that they patched out Daisy being the slightest bit rude. Oh no, we can't have her showing attitude! What will the children think? Yeah, R.I.P. Mario Sports games. They came, they saw, they had a last good heroic sputter during the Wii era, and then they died. At least a couple of my old favorites will never truly die, at least not anytime soon. It'll be a very strange day if people ever stop making, like, full stop making things for Doom. Doom truly is eternal. Yeah, I thought about the cold day in hell joke, but I decided not to make it. About the only other, like, arcade-style golf game I played that I enjoyed was actually an online one called Ephinea. I didn't really go too deep into, like, the monetization of it, obviously. Go figure, I've been frugal about that sort of thing since forever. But I also enjoyed it. Yo, Kirby, how's it going? I've rolled the RNG today, and I imagine it's gonna show up absolutely nothing.
Showtime!
Still think maybe switch around for 40 months. Maybe now that's spinning a bit more for us today. That's where we're living in a spaceship. Yeah, I played it on PC with a couple of friends. It was a good time, you know. Incredibly Mario Golf-esque. To the point one of the courses we played on was basically just Boo Valley. It's like, hey, wait a minute. This is the exact same setting as Boo Valley. I certainly appreciate Mario sports games. My sister and I played so much Mario Golf 64. And a friend and I played a whole ass ton of Mario Tennis 64. And I lost count of the amount of time that was sank into Toadstool somewhere. I still play that one occasionally. I really was super into the tennis games after the N64 one. There's just something about its sheer simplicity that I really liked. And when power shots and whatnot started getting involved, I actually didn't like it as much. Again! The closest thing I've ever played to Pikmin over the years has been Overlord! Which was kind of fun, but I don't really see myself having the enthusiasm to get through a whole Pikmin game. Overlord was such a blatant ripoff, but it was funny. What was the golf game with Big Mo called? I forget. I'm pretty sure. Was it a Super Nintendo or a Game Boy Advance game? Actually, it might even have been Game Boy Color. I think it was Game Boy Advance, though. It was one of the random game streams that we ended up meeting our friend Big Mo. Right, Game Boy Advance. Big Mo!
Showtime!
Tiger wins PGA for 2003 for GBA. Sweet. Yeah, Big Mo! Gonna be thanking for the Twitch Prime subscription. Getting Jonathan spinning a little bit more for us today and unlocking all them their emotes. Well, there are many! Thanks to Neo. So much power. Unlimited power! The main reason why I hadn't been doing the random game streams is because I was wanting to get back to those, like, after getting my hands on the Analog 3D. That I was supposed to get in March. And then I was supposed to get in June. And then I was supposed to get in August. And now that I'm supposed to get in Q4 2025. A few plans have been getting set back by that one. Just a few. Yeah, at this point, I'm not going to be surprised if it gets delayed again. There's just something about fan-made N64 stuff in particular that is consistently cursed. Like, there are horror stories from people that are trying to make custom joystick replacements. And the delays, the orders never getting met, and just the constant anguish. There's just something about the N64 that is cursed to hell and back. Yeah, at this point, the Analog 3D is the new Silk Song. I'll believe it when it's in my hands. At this point, one of the people most knowledgeable in how the N64 works is the fellow that goes, hooray! Well, one of the fellows that go, hooray. Will the Analog 3D break Steam? I don't think so for some reason. Oh, well, I guess I'm standing right here. It'd be nice to get back to other games in my free time again once the event's over. I got some other stuff I want to play. I'll still play this, but like, not nearly to the same extent. Alright, it could be. We can once again find no eclairs in the crater. They don't exist! I don't believe you! Ow. I mean, they better be impressive. They broke 4 storefronts.
That's usually a good indicator of sales.
Sir! Ah, the fickleness of the hell special. It mostly works. It's faster than me trying to kill these enemies through damage, at least, for the most part. Only when it gets really stubborn does that start to turn around the other direction. Nintendo had released soundtracks. They still never made the Mario Kart World music available anywhere. So there's still no good way to get, like, quality recordings of the entire set. She's on level 30. Damn, people are farming desert. At least that's one of the places I know drops that. Speed. HP material. Let's evade. HP material, there we go. Well, I mean, if people are gonna use the app, they have to put the music on there first. I should just farm desert. It might be more realistic at this point. Every single good, well, almost every single good land d'argent, this says. This event I've seen has come off according detonators. Oh, I just noticed Spaceship's badge boo is no longer boosted at all. That makes me a little sad. I played too much Spaceship, I got it caught up! I know I'm not the only one playing Spaceship, but I'm one of the few. Ah, got it, caught up to Temple! No, my free boosts! I was liking those! No wonder this less badge is dropping today. That means Temple is probably now the third least played. Yeah, it has been a bit of a busy year for racing games, hasn't it? Hopefully one of them will actually be good! That's the current challenge! It's like it feels like some sort of miracle these days. If a halfway decent game comes out of a major company. Rather than having some glaring flaw. Yeah, it's definitely a bit of a joke these days. It's always something. Is I like aggressive monetization. It's a common one. It's more of a movie than a game. That's Sony's output. Or it's really out of touch. See Nintendo. Or, you know, the more common one, the most common one of all. It's a half-finished buggy mess. You see, most companies. Easy example being Ubisoft. There's a lot of games I like here and there, like I enjoy Monster Hunter Wilds. But it's certainly flawed. And not in the endearing ways. I will take those PDs. I spent like 600 of them earlier. I need to restock. Hey, yeah, give me another one. Another one! More! More! Might as well grab the mine material. So many materials. I still love when one of the UFO 50 games is just named Fist Hell! Yeah, it's one of those things where I'll give Sony's output this much. People seem to find the stories and characters compelling, even if it is more of a movie than a game. It's at least succeeding at what it's setting out to do. Yeah, UFO 50 was a delightful surprise. I really needed that injection of new retro content. I should play Pilot Quest again. Astrobot was definitely a standout, but it was also made by a studio that clearly very much loved Mario Galaxy a lot. They were less than subtle about referencing what the inspiration was for. And they gave it a nice sheen of modern paint and nice snappy controls. And you get yourself a good-ass video game trapped on a doomed console. I don't know about you, but I'm not exactly chomping at the bit to go pick up a PS5 anytime soon. A little bit sad, because I mean, you think back to, say, the PS3, which also launched with goddamn nothing. That console recovered. PS3 ended up being pretty solid by the end of it. PS5 is, not. The beating the PS4 right now, that is... With how many years the PS5's been out, that is kind of sad. That's only just now becoming more of a thing. You tried Pilot Quest last night? Nice. Yeah, that's the thing. There's just nothing for the PS5 at this point other than Astrobot and other small games. Because most of the games that you'd want got a PC port. Now that said, they are probably going to run better on the PS5. Because PC ports have a bad habit of being a bit on the lazy side these days. But that's really it. Consoles will always be fundamentally easier to design for, unless they have some sort of, like, super unique hardware. Just because it's one set of hardware and that's all you have to worry about. That is until they started doing these pro editions of things. Then you got that to worry about. Hey, it's a chain sod with hit! A minimum 5. It's always been my thing with Sony consoles. It's like, it's not like I have anything against them, I just don't have anything I want to play on them, at least not enough to warrant the purchase. I'm not exactly what you'd call flush with money. Yeah, it's one of those things. A lot of those, pretty much every PlayStation other than the 5 at this point, has a large library of good games they can pull from. Maybe 5 will get there someday. Doubtful, but maybe. Yeah, PS3 had a commanding second half. Yeah, I'm also on the down bandwagon there, but you know, there's always a chance, maybe. There's always a chance, maybe. Pretty may as well be the slogan of hunting anything in this game. Yeah, I mean, it's mostly the streaming that keeps me buying consoles in the first place, and by consoles, I mean Switches. I definitely wouldn't have had a Switch 2 by now if I was just doing this on my own. I'm at least glad I got to play a Bonanza. Game good. Not like super duper amazing, but good. Very solid. Actually, Steam Deck is one of the main reasons why I was taking a look at that Hot Shots golf game that came out from the Everybody's Golf. It's like, I was most curious at how its performance would be like on the Steam Deck, and when I saw that it looked like a PS3 game, I'm like, oh hey, this should run pretty good! Oh god! A lot of the negative reviews specifically point out how badly it runs on the deck. It's like, dude, I could emulate a better looking game than this on this deck and it would run better. Hilariously, this has been like my primary Steam Deck game, as well as one other that I'm not talking about because they're not done it yet. Because this game runs great on the deck. The only problem is you can't really type. At least not well. I've even got all my add-ons and whatnot as well. When I'm playing the GameCube version, I play on the GameCube, but when I'm playing Reversed, I'm playing on a server. So that's just all PC-based. My specially crafted GameCube version. At least that one will always be there for me, even if this server eventually goes explode. I mean, when the server eventually explodes, it's not going to be around forever. But I'll enjoy it while it's here. Sad badge. Yeah! But the question with anything that ends up having to take its place is, there's a lot of custom stuff on Ephinea. So a lot of quality of life, a lot of... And of course, there's all the data for your characters. It's one of those things where there's a lot up in the air as to what would happen whenever Ephinea goes down and closes its doors. Because there's been a lot of dev work done on this server. Just a ton of it to do things like getting rid of the old damage canceling problem, which made co-op a lot more annoying. All the shared bank stuff, the analog camera that you can set up, being able to hold a button for using either photon blasts or picking things up. Just a whole bunch of different little things that are hard to do because every single modification to this game is done via something that's called black box programming. It's adding on to something where you can't actually see any of the base code because this game hasn't been decomped. No. Being an old sweetie pie, thank you. Yeah. Well, it's a bit trickier. Things like a Windows application are a lot more complicated for decomping more than anything else. Because at least with a console game, you know that there's a certain set of commands and whatnot. Like, people are at least remotely familiar with the assembly of a lot of these different consoles. But a Windows, like, XP/2000 application, that gets a bit more complicated. Only made further complicated by the fact that this one is purely online. I know that there's a decomp, like, charitably, and I'm gonna use the word charitably here. Charitably. In the works. It would be a massive boon to private servers if it ever got finished, but it's hard to say if it'll ever happen. I can definitely think of at least a couple of members of the Ephinea staff that'd be overjoyed and not have to poke in a black box anymore. Maybe we'll get something arms related again someday. Oh man, that game was a flop. Yeah, and they've been doing this for years, but it's frankly quite impressive. Especially doing, like, the big one is somehow getting rid of the whole damage canceling property. Which, in games terms, if you had two different people hit the same thing at the same time, only one of them would actually count. So somehow managing to make that go away on a pure, like, a pre-compiled binary is some insanity. Thankfully, this game had some level of history with that sort of thing. Because the older versions of the game on both the Dreamcast and the GameCube often got modified in some way, either through action replay or just editing the ISO files themselves. So, the people working on this sort of thing had experience. to be able to actually make use of my homebrewed weed, enable a little bit of action replay, boosting. Whenever I play the GameCube game version of this, it's like, I'm good, man. I'm playing this game solo. Buff those drop rates a bit. And by a bit, I mean a lot. But not so much that they're free. Just enough that it's actually realistic that if I keep at it, it will probably show up at some point. That's all I'm asking. Yeah, there's probably a reason why it's always been the same, like, half a dozen to a dozen people that have done this sort of thing with PSO over the years. People that have been around since the olden days. Like, a lot of the patches that I got from my GameCube version of PSO, I looked up the name of the author for these patches, and it's the same people working on stuff like this server. They've just been at it for 20 years. It's impressive and also a little bit terrifying. Not so much Ender in this case, but Soda. Almost every single patch I got for the GameCube version was made by Soda. It's been around since basically the Stone Age of this game. This got a brave man with 50 hits. Oh, that's pretty good. That's very usable. And by very usable, I mean get that thing some spears, because that's real good. Yeah, I've got a clean 65 one sitting around in my bank that's just waiting for me to find one more that's good. Like, even 50 would be fine. But I just need one more! So I can decide which one's getting Machine and Dark and which one's getting Native and A-Beast. I just need one more! I'm blasted for a spaceship, and then I'm switching to quests, because we've been here for like an hour. Look, my luck is actually terrible. It's just it happens to proc the other way a couple of times. Oddly, a lot of it's with PSO. I haven't gotten any good stuff out of PSO in a while. That Disco Brave Man has been sitting in my inventory for a long time. From back when I used to run Hunter's Boost Road quests with Micho. It was, sweep up 12 or something? Might have been 14. One of those types of quests. My luck trends on terrible, but occasionally works out. Nah, Yeah, the second one wasn't the last really good item. The most recent one was the Heaven's Punisher from right before the Christmas event last year. The rate for a rare enemy was something like 1 in 400 at that point, it's at a 50% boost, and the drop was 1 in 205. So you combine those two together and you get one hell of an unlikely drop, somewhere along the lines of 1 in 80,000. We take those, as the saying goes. I mean, I guess I got a 1 in 18,000 from this event, but it's just an Agito. Hopefully Striker's nowhere nearby. It's like I can make an Orangino now! Woo! The thing that's mostly just used for draining your HP. So you can use Dark Flow, which I definitely possess any of. I don't. A nice little 160 to round things off. I've only ever used a Dark Flow once that I borrowed for a single quest run. Of, I think, Penumbral Surge 2. Well, I forget exactly which one it was. But anyway, one of Mitch's friends let me borrow it for a sec just to feel what it's like. And I'm just like, it's a lot of power, but I'm not super confident playing at no HP. I like having a nice full HP bar. Ah, try, Grinder. Ah, DK64 Final Boss theme. Ah! Thank you! Ah! If it ends on what caused one thing, it was giving me lots of people's first playthroughs of DK64 to watch. Always a funny time seeing people trying to come to grips with the weirdness of that game. And all of realizing that it's really not that bad. It's just the backtracking. I'm constantly going to tank barrels. Like, that's the main issue. Unfortunately, it is a blemish that exists throughout the entire duration of the game's runtime. But at least it's less bad than other things. Yeah, that's the funny thing, but today's standards is actually quite good. It's got a couple of core issues, but at least it doesn't have a completely rotten core. Oh. Alright, Perez, this is your last chance for today, or at least for now. Show me a daylight scar. Oh, gee, what a surprise. Nothing. Alright. On to Heaven Striker. Alright, see you, Gooby. Thanks for dropping by. It is time to make things explode. Seven photon drops ain't bad. Put him on the stack. Getting another stack of materials built up. It's funny, because I could be selling off a lot of the basic stuff that I keep accumulating. Sell, like, the Seta, materials, those sorts of things. But it's just such a bother having to find people that are going to buy the stuff, doing the trades. I'd rather just be playing the game. Alright, Walter, unleash your power! I'm gonna do something other than the orange dimension because the change of scenery is always nice. He's level 171 now. Double EXP is some cracked stuff. This one's a very long quest. This is the entire desert. Look, I like lobby sings. It can't be helped. Me having an intrinsic bias towards the bright pink lobby, who could have guessed? Yeah, truly a mystery for the ages, that one. Whenever I say the phrase, a change of scenery is always nice, my brain immediately starts thinking of goddamn Tamagotchi. Alright, let's make things explode. Many things. Exactly, music. So the big thing about this quest is its enemies are actually fairly random in terms of which ones get chosen. So it's not ideal for farming whatever particular drop I'm after. But it's just nice to do something else every now and then. They'll never stop me now! I have a hidden stick! crates out of the way so my targeting system doesn't get addicted to shooting at them. And most of the time, I always run Cure Freeze in the desert. Oh man, they're all weak to different things. Curse you, only random enemies. Yeah, I see you there hitting me from the other side of the stratosphere. Detonators can drop just because of Brave Man, which are nice, you know, if they drop with a lot of hit. I am still after one more of those, after all. No! Bad bird! Ow! Spell came out just after I got hit. Yeah, quit your slapping! What if we took the basic slappy and made it absolutely gigantic? Gordon detonators are the main reason I don't run a lot of desert as Hunter. They just constantly teleport away! They stand at this distance! Double the birds, eh? Oh, they're actually both in range of Rabata! Another photon drop for the pile. On it goes. Yes, good, I need more! I need more! Maybe sometime by 2035 I'll actually be able to upgrade all the equipment I have sitting around. Yeah. That was one of those things I certainly kind of missed from Return to Wrangle. That GameCube ROM pack that I played for a while is that photon drops were actually quite common. Made it realistic to be able to power up a weapon after, like, 10 hours, as opposed to 1,000 hours. I actually changed up the third thing that I was intending to hunt today, just because Spaceship no longer has the badge boost. I kind of want those badges. I want to go back to Temple. Kind of funny that almost all my hunts at this point are episodes 2 and 4. especially. It's just like, I barely touched episode 2 back in my old run of the GameCube game. I just didn't want anything to do with it. It was super annoying. Alright, HP material and power material. Yes, PSO1. The El Original. If you have a private server. Well, not version 1 at least. The last version of the first game. So insane to me that this game originated from the Dreamcast. Sega was really cooking back in those days. An interesting brew, but cooking nonetheless. Yeah, it's just crazy to think it's like, ah, yes, the first proper console MMO. Though the massive part of that statement needs to be, put in quotation marks. I mean, Episode 3 is its own game. It's an interesting game. It's like, despite bearing a similar name to the rest of the PSO games, it has absolutely nothing to do with them other than tangentially story-related. And being able to connect to the same servers and hang out in the same lobbies. But actually playing the game together? Nah. Man, it's making me want to play some Rhythm Heaven. Level 172! What am I at for XP? Ah, yes, I am not even halfway there. I'm merely at 31 million EXP out of the 83 million necessary to get to level 200. But hey, double EXP in the desert, you level up fast, fast, fast. Like, to the point where hitting 200 is actually fully realistic in a not too super huge number of hours. Like, my most recent level 200 character has, honestly, less hours in her than most people will put into a modern video game just to get to completion. Yeah, the levels just kind of happen alongside of hunting whatever you're after. Like, the last level that really mattered for Walter here was 170. Because at level 170, I can equip this guy. Which I really need for Gerda Blue Blue. Because that thing is a sack of HP with constantly changing elemental weaknesses. Yeah, that guy right there. There. Cut the HP twice and kill him off. Easy peasy. Otherwise, I had to either spam glance at him for a while or just play the guessing game with his elemental weakness, in which case, no. Hey, you wanna see how we fucked up in stupid room? Because you have to have at least a couple of those in these types of quests. Versa! It's just a whole circle of Marissa's the second you step on the button. Thankfully, I have a character class that doesn't give two shits about that. Yeah, or at the very least, it'll knock you over a half dozen times by the time you can cast fully enough. It's mildly rude, but it's at least funny. Compared to like, oh hey, here's a Megid trap. In classic like 2010s custom quest design. Yeah, although in a way there is one thing that Phantasy Star has consistently been over its entire lifespan. A trend chaser. Its original concept was essentially an answer to Final Fantasy. And then after a few years, it decided to be more of a World of Warcraft / EverQuest type of thing. Or more accurately, with how the game plays. Diablo. Yeah, well, you know, essentially just allowing Sega to have an RPG series of their own. Okay, so Dragon Quest then, for sure. I didn't realize they were that close together. Damn, really? Honestly, it being more related to Dragon Quest makes how the battles work in the first game make a lot more sense. That's actually kind of crazy. I didn't know they were that close together. History can be kind of rad. That just makes it funnier that they both have the word fantasy in there, even if one of them's spelled to be cool. Yo, spell it with a PH. Make it cool for kids these days. Yeah, and considering how much of a nobody Square was at the time, I doubt it was anything to do with insider stuff. It's a load of this, Skirt of Limbo. Die! Oh no! No. No, not the circus fellas. Oh no! It's Mo! If there's one thing that's genuinely hilarious that came out of Tournament Big Top from Justice for All, it's Phoenix having honest-to-goodness clown PTSD afterwards. To the point where he just thinks about Mo jokes in the very next case. That moment, oh god, that previous case must have affected me more than I thought. I can barely contain my excitement. Yes. Yeah, Mo is the one reasonable character in that entire thing, pretty much.
I'm fine with Mo, but like, I can understand why he had a bit of an impact on Phoenix's psyche.
Most crimes are a bit less severe. They're merely complacence and bad jokes. As opposed to pedophilia. Oh yes, and let's not forget, let me just flip through my pages here. Taking advantage of a woman that has the mental capacity of a 2-year-old. God, I hate Regina so much. Yeah, very... Put simply, their Gatorade. Turn around, Big Tom.
Need I say more?
But yes. I still like Justice for All, but I understand that case's infamy. Very much so. That is one of those, yeah, that makes sense type of moments. Ah, the classic, having a baby console turned on because it didn't have a memory card or the like. Like the case of being the first time I beat Mega Man X. I was struggling, so I left the game on to pick it up at another time. And then I beat the game. Eventually. Eventually. It's a bit intense for this, but you know, a lot of this works, I guess. You know, hit it with the stick. Give him the kick. just tried to leave Zelda 2 on a lot because the battery was starting to go. When we were kids, we never did get around to fully completing it. It took until we got a bit older and started to understand such things as keeping track of the map of the Great Palace. So that was the thing. That was the only thing that stopped us when we were little. Whereas the Great Palace was very confusing. Yeah, I also like, I forget the exact name of the Theater of Tigre quest. Very pace.
And what was that one called again?
Honestly, the big struggle with the Fury of Tigre quest, I keep on saying quest, case, is that it came right after. Oh, God, what's the Master Mask one? Apparently I don't remember a lot of the titles for Trials and Tribulations. Yeah, so you had to follow up Luke at me and the entire Master Mask nonsense. It was beautiful. That's probably my favorite quest in the third game. I mean, I said it again. I have too much PSO on the brain, I'm sorry. Case of the third game. It's just fun. Something I really appreciated about that one is, yeah, Phoenix had been getting more and more serious as time went on. It was nice to have a nice, just fun quest. Nice. Oh, now that's an interesting way to end up messing with your console. You were just going a little too hard in Tony Hawk. We had to stop you there. My guess is you probably got a score that multiplied past the point of 2 million and something. You probably exceeded an unsigned integer in terms of size. And he just broke the game as a result. Yeah, too many points. The code gave up. It packed up its things. It's like, that's it. I'm out of here. God, this particular Splatoon song whenever it comes up. Oh, ah, oh. I can only really describe it as belching music. This reminds me of some of the achievements in Bum Rush Cyberpunk that just encourage you to do exactly that. Just keep stacking up the multipliers as much as physically possible. More! More! Touch every corner in the entire zone! Do it! I really need to get rid of this photon blast. It doesn't really help me. Oh no, I'm getting sucked in! Yeah, Splatoon music's always been on the interesting side. Very experimental! Oh, ah! There's always 3 birds here. You know what? 3 birds, meet 1 dolphin. Dolphin. The fact they survived that is just sad. Oh, hey, rare enemy. Oh, it's a fat Del Reffy. Look at it. Look at its majesty. Oh, that's a large lad. It's just a funny thing that happens in Ultimate. It doesn't actually do anything to them. Their stats are exactly the same. Their drop chance is exactly the same. It's just funny. Damn, that's a big fella. There's a minor feeling of feeling blessed to run into a large, rare enemy. Ah, heavenly legs, but of course. One of those mild changes that Ultimate does that gives me a chuckle. I really should buy a demon's and needle off of somebody. It's like HP cutting specials are actually super helpful, especially in multiplayer. Wouldn't be such a bad idea to have access to those. Bronze badge. My first priority is always the baristas. They're super annoying. They knock you down with any attack they land other than just casting Gabarna on you. Just waste time. So much time. Yep, they don't provide a single thing different other than looking funny. This is back in the day where things could just exist because one of the developers thought it was a funny idea type of thing. Not everything needed to have some kind of meaning. This was actually full of a whole bunch of just random silly nonsense if you go digging for it. Like some of the quests. Alright, this will deal with the barista one way or another. It's nice when they actually hold still and then they just on them down. They often like to spread out in such a way where I'm stuck using Rosalind, which hits all around as opposed to directly in front of me. Ah, gold badge! That's more like it. Definitely not having the best of luck with the randomly generated enemy counts here. I'm hoping for Pyrogorons and Goring Detonators. I'm not getting a ton of those. Yeah, like last time I got to this particular spawn, there was 5 Pyrogorons. This time there's only 2. And not even a Gerda Bloomer in this spawn. Actually, I don't think they normally use anyways. Yeah. Right, it's this spawn that has the Gerda Blomon. Bird catch! I always give a good stare to whatever I'm throwing into the T-point bin. Don't want to accidentally get rid of something that I actually really like. Because that would be gut-wrenching. How many points do I even have at this point? About 4,700. It's like, oh, there's a bird coming my way. Aid. Yo. I don't like this particular area skin. The bottom of the desert is supposed to be these like volcanic caves and whatnot, but this looks much nicer. A subterranean oasis. Man, where are all the pyromorons? I'm gonna have to do a couple of runs of the orange dimension after this to make up for this. At least the detonators are out in large numbers, but that's nothing too surprising. They always are. I like this particular quest because while it does go through the entirety of the desert, it does so in a way that minimizes the amount of time spent just walking around. Which is nice. A lot of areas could use this more streamlined approach. Now it looks like the bird's wandering off into the middle of nowhere again. Oh my god. Wait, where the hell did the bird go? There it is. It clipped into the universe, as tends to be its way. Still just such a peculiar room. Any Gordon detonators that spawn on the fire platform don't even activate unless you go over there. Ah, more good of Blonde Blonde once again. Get rid of the surrounding enemies, then slowly whittle these guys down. First priority always goes to the Marissas. I can see just fine! Giant icicle blocking my vision. Sad badge. Put you with the rest. I suppose I could pop over in here and beat up the Skirter Blue Blue. There's a couple of side rooms like this, and oh wait, this is actual progress. It's the other way. That's the Skirter Blue Blue. I'll be right back. There's a couple of rooms like this throughout the Destiny 3 portion. Or anywhere there's just a room with crates, they toss in one Skirter Blue Blue just for fun. Yeah. How's it going? Oh, I'll take those. Spiritual shields are good money. I do like money. Money is tasty. I'm glad some people enjoy watching this. Getting the old endgame PSO1 experience. Just grabbing whatever you have handy and hoping for drops. Guess hope's about all you got. Fine, one more spiritual shield. Yeah, this is the room where you can probably see the most leftovers of the volcanic nature of the vanilla version of these caves. And drop one of the spiritual shields. While you're going towards the next level. I might level up off this quest again. Maybe. It kind of says, oh, purple up guard for 25 hit. Oh man, that's such a waste. That's an incredibly rare drop that's just a collector's item. All the section ID cards are not good by any means. They're just there to be a sort of collectible if you want to try to chase down all the section ID cards. They're all like a 1 in 18,000 drop rate off of something dumb. It's like finally, the RNG decides to give you a break and roll in your favor on the most useless thing possible. Aw, yeah! The early days are always so much calmer. You're mostly just chasing after things that are like, oh hey, find this rare enemy and get a 1 in 2 chance. Or stuff that's more reasonable, like, say... Oh, I don't know. 1 in a couple hundred. Ah, there's a little bit of the orange dimension in this quest, too. Am I ever truly free from the land of the orange dimension? Alright, it's gonna turn off the heat. Enough orange! Celestial shield, eh? I suppose I can take that. There's one trap right here. And that's like the only one I find throughout the entire quest. So that's the reason why I kind of like this one. I've never been super fond of the spawnable like traps that show up in quests and all over the place in this game. They're just a nuisance. There's several ways to deal with them. One is just being, you know, a cast instead of any of the classes that are flesh and blood. They have to give up a bunch of other things for that. There's armors you can equip that give you the ability to see traps. But then you can't use something that has other benefits. And there's a consumable item you can use to see traps, but only for a small radius around you, so they're pretty useless. So what ends up happening most of the time is you just gotta memorize where they are and get blown up. Like with the armor, an example could be, I could be wearing the Lieutenant Mantle, which allows me to see traps, but then I had to give up the Ignition Cloak I'm wearing, which boosts the power of all of my fire spells. Which is allowing me to four-shot most of the enemies weak to it in the first place. They go running away again. They can run all they want, they can't escape for Zond. I'll hit them anywhere. This is a little bit of a loop back here. Back into this room where we were before. You know what? Hit with stick! Yeah! Get in there, do a little melee damage for once. Like now! Yeah! That'll learn him! It's definitely one of those games where I always recommend picking up the add-ons for it. Having something that reads the various drops on the floor for you is quite handy for not wasting a bunch of time just staring at things that have been dropped. I've gotten mine customized to show only the stuff that I'm super interested in. So that way there's not a ton displaying at any given time. It's that thing over here just above my head. That just spawned directly behind me. Okay, good, I blocked it. Something about the phrasing of that one very much just made me think of stretch out your neck! Stick out your leg! Oh, hey, another rare enemy. They do exist. I don't think the red ray is anything in particular. Let's try and get some distance so I don't get flattened. Oh yeah, the flambers. Oh hey, wait a minute, I just remembered one of the things I got in this event. Oh, this thing's so annoying. You know what? This is actually a good time for one of these. Let me just get some distance. Wait, this thing has a lot of light resistance, so it's probably not going to do jack shit. Oh well, go Dolphin! Oh, photon drop as well. Nice. I did get one of these in an earlier run that had 60 hit, and I just took one look at that and went, you really rolled that on the Flamberge, huh? Of all the things! Peekaboo! Getting towards the end of this particular quest. This should be the next quicksand room coming up if I remember correctly. Yeah. The one way they get a bit silly with it. So all these rooms with the quicksand whirlpools in the middle What normally happens is you drop down to the bottom and it takes you back outside the room. They decided to make this quest progression. Yeah! Ends up taking you to the other side. It's very city. Alright, into the final room. Another Landrage on. I haven't seen any of those with like a particularly high amount of hit. It's always 20 or 25. Not been the best event for those. There've been a lot of, like, decent ones, but nothing amazing. And another one. And one more. Now we go back the other way. Oh! Hate. It's genuinely kind of insulting that they switched these to just as a liberator. Yes, like making grunting noises for exertion. Add a little bit of extra oomph to it. Like a tennis match. God, it's actually one of the funniest things about professional tennis to me is how every player has their own, like, particular grunt. So you can actually keep track of the volley without even having to watch. Just by listening to the various sounds. Ah, many detonators. As the surrounding enemies dealt with. Oh no, getting sucked in. Okay then. There we go. to my pockets for a little bit. And then we'll be right back with the boss. Okay, yeah, I probably should level off the boss. God. The quest is a biggin'! Three more photon drops, don't mind if I do. A long stare to make sure I don't sell anything actually valuable. Alright, what flavor of boss do I have? Is it pink or green? Green it is! So yeah, we're definitely leveling up. It's the rare version of the boss, so extra EXP! And I guess a chance to drop a Centurion ability. Alright, now the part when I have to systematically try to kill all four of these pieces at the same time. Just to minimize running around. Ow! Win it! Alright, all four dead at the same time. On to the final phase. If you only end up destroying one of them at a time, you have to run around this entire boss arena way too much. Alright, are you at least gonna give me the rare drop? Thanks. Into the bank it goes. And indeed, level 173 from Walter. Centurion ability. This is technically a really good slot in its own way. It gives you 30 of every stat and 3 accuracy. Well, every stat except for accuracy, and then 3 accuracy. That's very good! And would be a lot more useful if I cared more about maxing out every stat. Unfortunately, these things called defense and especially evasion are bloody useless. So I care more about maxing out the good stats and saving room for other things. If I wanted to absolutely maximize my chances for the Heaven Striker and just going full on for that hunt, I'll show you what that's like. It's not even the orange dimension. The orange dimension just has the benefit of more EXP and actually having detonators to try to get Brave Mans. But it's actually new mob out 4 that has the highest chance. Not by a ton, mind you, but it is slightly better. But it's way more running around and way less enemies. If you really wanted to, you could even reset the quest after this spot. Have these last 2, and then do it again. That's so micromanaging. You spend so much time out in the lobby. Also sad badge. If it was a lot more practical to restart a quest without having to exit back to the lobby and then go back in, and then something like that would be a bit more palatable, but having to retype in the room name every single time, just... and re-choose the quest and all that other stuff. Just bothersome. I have a setup on GameCube that's a bit faster, but unfortunately there's these things called loading screens. I have to go a bit deeper. Yeah, the whole quest isn't quite worth it, because there's one bit that's a lot of extra running around. But there's up to a certain point that works pretty good. Alright, you have to reverse it this way. Is it ever gonna knock me over? Pretty sure this wave spawns versus. Indeed it does, and it spawned a double wave, and just gonna go over here real quick. Ow. Quit it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh wait, disarm works better. Yeah. Yeah. Ah, yeah, sure, all the rare enemies show up in these quests, but not when we're hunting Dorfin Eclairs. Oh, no, no, no. Huh. It's looking like this might work a little bit worse on this character just because he doesn't have enough TP to get through the entire portion. Oh, with a little bit of extra help. This character's entire existence has been to hunt the Heaven Striker. I have had one drop in all the levels he's gained. It was just another ship one for the pile. This is the room to end on. We're doing more modest resets. Here, one last batch of 4. Because otherwise, after this, you hit that switch and you go for a nice long run, and it's not worth it. There's not very many Pyrogorns left at that point. I think I'll do one more of those, and then I'm gonna swap to a different quest. I will try Temple again for a bit. Because otherwise I'd just be going back to Spaceship for a different and far more unlikely hunt. I'll certainly take the photon drops, those have been nice at least. People are really hardcore back to TTF grinding. There's actually like 2 or 3 weeks there where I wasn't seeing any Parasitic Gene flow or Red Ring pop-ups. Because everybody was just doing the event quests. But I guess everybody's gotten burned out by now. It's like there are more quests. There are more quests than towards the future. Yeah, there is that, Jumpy. You're definitely right on that one. The ones that did nothing but spam forest must have bored themselves senseless. There's a reason I keep on shifting around whatever quest I'm doing every hour or two. Actually, that makes me legitimately curious. I should take a look and see what the current number of forest clears is up to. Or I imagine the number is large. Let's see. Browser event. $125,175. And do note, that is only an ultimate. If there's anybody running that shit on lower difficulties, those don't count. The next highest is desert, with roughly half of that. Gross. Yeah, I mean, 30 hours of a 4 to 5 minute quest run is still maddening to think about. And doing absolutely nothing else for a month. Oh. Ah! Rude. So rude. It's what everybody this traps in the quest just being a nuisance. Put the crystal on the pile. God, part-time job of the game is very true of newer MMOs especially. Do your dailies, do your weeklies, do your monthlies, do your raids, do your... Get your 17,000 different currencies. Yeah, I definitely got tired of them. It's one of the main things that kept me off of PSO2. Have you Heaven Strikers? Nope. This character has only ever seen one Heaven Strikers in his entire existence. Yeah, did the item drop? I mean, technically this game even has 2 currencies. Standard Basetta, which is just glorified ammo for your gun. And Photon Drops, the actual good currency. What you get by... Let me check my notes real quick. Playing the game. Full stop. Nothing specific, just playing the game. You know, one more. One more for good luck. Several multiplayer base made them all up. Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh man, that's a disappointing one to get. Congratulations, you found a DB Saber that's really low drop rate for some reason. old-fashioned bartering. Yeah, but Walter's definitely not getting the 174 today, but, you know. Raffies. The Raffies that came before Diggles, despite looking exactly like Diggles. Little drill beaks. Hey, I know that chord. Ooh, another TD. Nom. My HP. It was low for a moment. You know what? Yeah. Yeah. Got him. This is about to spawn a Marissa on my face. All these enemies in this area, and the only one that's threatening is this silly hopping pile of gelatin. I'm in the PSOBB. Yeah, about as predicted. A whole lot of nothing. Lots of photon drops for the pile, which is good because I just burned the vast majority of what I had stored away. More for the pile. I stood too close to the side again. Blech. I'm a Calvin! Oh, hey, that was two of the things I was after. Fucking bastard. All the ones I found this event dropped with 0. Oh, hey, I'll take a gold badge. Those are tasty. Alright, no striker today. Alright, Walter! Put your stuff away! Alright, full on crystals. That's a lot of crystals. Bunch of people get mad when they turn things to the fast modes again. Ah, I see water remains wet. I swear, it's like every week with that community. Oh, that is a bit of a weird one. I mean, I hope there's a couple of normal ones in there to counterbalance the wild ones. I'll try a bit of temple. Why not? Decent mix. A little bit of boots for the boots crowd, a little bit of normal stuff for the people that prefer more tame settings. That seems fine. Yeah, that's just one of the modes that has like a ton of buzzwords attached to it that could easily be misconstrued. Alright, everything I'm after in this one is rare enemies, so we'll see if even one... Now that a bunch of them appear down in the desert, we'll see if even one of them appears in the temple. I'm sure they'll conveniently disappear now that I'm specifically looking for them. Okay, I mean, that sounds neat. Yeah, invert it without the having to deal with Hammer Blind with 3 hearts. Or a similar level of equipment for Cold Stare. I'll take that. I shouldn't even bother with the one-point weapon drops. It's just so little value. Oh, my branch launcher is slightly stronger now. Yeah. It was one of the things I actually specifically upgraded. You having fun over there, Belrose? Just a little bit of scare. I keep dodging all leads to death that gets fired my way. Yeah, Biggie. And a little circle of fire I leave behind is the Rappies will get up after you get so far away from them. So to get their actual drop, you need to hit them on their way out. So the circle of fire will do that for me. With reliability and consistency. God, I still remember one dumb custom quest that I have on the GameCube version that is just one of these temple rooms, but with literally about 400 enemies in it. Makes for a hell of a battle. It made it the thing I ended up using to unseal my J-Sword, which is 20,000 kills, so quite a few runs. Because the numbers in PSO are perfectly reasonable. Honestly, Risk of Rain music looks pretty good for this game. Ah yes, the Angry Fist! Yeah, Rhoda. Yeah, just a randomly chose to do Risk of Rain music. Oh, my auto-aim! Work for me! Probably wait for them to shoot one more time. God, that's satisfying, though. seems about right. I go deliberately looking for rare enemies and they just suddenly disappear. Every time. Alright, I can just... There. And that'll turn me in the right direction. Telepiping? Your GameCube sure don't miss that cheese. I did it too. Mostly we're just looking for Cycle 1. But at the same time, that was really hard on the disc reader for the GameCube. It's no wonder my original purple one died. So much junk. So much junk! I forget, was I gaining a profit on this though? So if I check my stats for the quest... Okay, yeah. I don't use up a whole lot of charge in this quest. So I'll gain money whether or not I sell things. Trying to think about what I want to do for dinner. Like, do I want to go out somewhere? Or do I just want to cook something? It's like I'm running on the tired side today, so it usually leans towards going to get something. What to do? Rare enemy spotted! Take this carefully. Ugh, that's why. Oh hey, it's a Rambling May with the absolute bare minimum amount of hit. Damn it! I won the rare enemy roll. I won the drop roll. I even won the roll that chooses hit percent. But it just wasn't very much at all. Yeah, I have a Heaven Striker like that. Sitting in the bank that's like that. It's like, ah yes, I will give you your hit percent. The least amount of it possible. So rude. I can bump that up to 15, but it's still... I've got a better one in the bank. I've got like 25 or something, which is, you know, not bad. I might even call it pretty decent. The Rambling May is kind of cool. It can double hit an enemy, more or less. It fires a bit like a shotgun, but it hits 2 times at once. Very focused fire type of thing. Oh, males love him! And of course, because it makes pretty heights, it's only equipable by females. Yeah, Ephinea. It's like, while I would like better rates than Ephinea uses for the drops, I prefer the vanilla gameplay. Another Bill Lily! I should probably be careful, that thing's gonna buff a lot of the magic in this room. Let's take this carefully. No hit on that one. Ah, yeah, the damage. I can feel that extra bit of power I put into the Brand's launcher today. Anyways, I'll take that. Thank you, Goofy. I almost had good luck. Almost. Missed it by that much. Yeah, it is weird how uncommon the love rappies tend to be, despite the fact that there are plenty of rappies to go around in this quest. They just don't seem to show up. The rarest one, though, is still Dorfin Eclairs. Frickin' Dorfin Eclairs. The forbidden dessert. I'm very confused. Stop it. Stop it. There we go. Now hell wants to work for a little bit. I suppose there's really not that many rappies in this quest. It's mostly just a couple of particular spawns. Resetting them, like, the first and second room would probably be the way to go if you're looking just for love rappies. But if you're looking for bill lilies, this room has tons. Oh yeah! Oh, that's satisfying. Every time. Line him up. Knock him down. Stop it. Just a bunch of yellow rappies. I gather them all up, gather them all up. Get them nice and close so I don't spook them away. These little guys are called rappies. They've essentially turned into the series' mascot. Except they made them marketable in future games. As opposed to just being themselves. Yeah, they're pretty cute in their current form. They made them look a lot more like baby chickens. Very soft and fluffy looking. In future games, starting with Universe. It is a bit of both a good and bad thing. Bad because it kind of gets rid of what made them unique looking in the first place. But good because, well, they're very cute. Here, actually, I can find an easy enough image. Let's see. If I look up Phantasy Star Online 2 Rappy. They made him look more like this. It's like, it's very cute. But it definitely puts them closer towards baby chickens. Alright, let me get my 15 hit on this rambling man. No, that's too low. No, that's too low. I don't need business from cheapskates. Get out! Try to remove what hit percent it does have. Nope, that's too low. Nope, that's too low. Okay, I'll sell it to you. I think I actually have my better rambling man here somewhere. Oh yeah, right at the top. I'm gonna... Why do I have this plain one in here? I was also the bare minimum amount of hit. It's just that one of them's clean and one of them has native percent. Huh. Sure. So one thing of note, I am probably not streaming tomorrow. Which means we'll be back with Super Metroid Link to the Past on Monday, and then it'll be straight back into the Shuffler on Tuesday. Give people some time to catch up with the VOD if they want to watch those things. Oh, another PD. Don't mind if I do. I've been watching Smites go of his like 150 games at this point, Shuffler. It's always funny when Wily Wars pops up. He's been stuck on Gutsman for a bit because, well, the Wily Wars Gutsman doesn't function anything like regular Gutsman. His attacks are way more difficult to dodge. So just suddenly getting shuffled back into that, having no idea that he's coming, and then getting biffed in the face. This is very much the Shuffler experience with Wily Wars. It's like, hey, wait a minute, his attacks aren't supposed to go that high up. They're supposed to be dodgeable. Ah, son of a bitch. Not the paralysis wave! Thinking about what exactly I'm going to play on my own time once this event's over. I definitely have one thing in mind. I do need to get back to something else I was playing as well, but in time. All in due time, yes. See all those misses? That's why I'm trying to get a better Heaven Striker. And what I currently have is fine. But I would like it to be just a little bit better. Hell, Procreate feeling nice and cooperative there for a sec. Unsurprisingly, the main creatures in this area that Hell doesn't work so well on are the ones that are classified as Dark type. Than these guys, but I mean, eh. It still works, it's just like a 34% chance or something. Which we call good enough! actually love to drop off those jellies. Or fields are nice. But I'll take badges. I think I'll do one more run of this quest after this, and then I'm gonna go see about dinner. Didn't quite get a clean hit on that last one. What are you doing jumping around getting nowhere back there? Alright, last good chance for some referees right here. Yep, still just all ale rappies. And gather them up in their little pink bitty ways. And the fat rappy in the back! Big rappy! Don't hug the Belarus, they can cause paralysis. Ow! It is interesting that bullies can be hit twice, depending on what part of their animation they're in. A sufficiently piercing weapon, at least. Ah, yes, more Angry Fist! Alright, as the saying goes, who the boss? Looking like this would be a much less successful event than the Christmas one last year. For myself. Although the main thing I got out of last year's was just all the ingredients I needed to make my heavens punish here what rains down lasers from above in glorious fashion. Wait, that's not Temple! I muscle memoried into spaceship. Now, how did I ever deal with episode 2 without some sort of insta-kill weapon? When it wants to work, mind you. Everything's so needlessly tanky in this episode that it really helps take down the tedium a bit. Ow. It's a little pot shot on the way out. But it. Everything's just so spread out in this quest. Is what makes being particularly fast in one-person mode a little bit trickier. Big rooms like this are more suitable to actually having, you know, party members. Kinda surprised I wasn't close enough for it to do melee attack, but hey, we didn't die! I'm alive! I'm alive! Yeah, and you know, that's just the theme of the entire event pretty much. Rather unsuccessfully grinding, but alas. The only way to have success is to try. All of my hate! Grand's launcher? Yeah, it shoots money real good. It is its job to shoot money really well. Thanks for the procs there, Hell. Try again. Come on, you can do it, I believe. There you go. This particular one is currently at that for stats, so it's real good at killing 2 types of enemies. That's all 4. Good song for the descent to the madness that is farming drops. My HP's fine. There you go. Santa may not be the best statistically for bags, but they've always been my favorite. Alright, I forgot to do my buffs. Oh, these guys have been procking confusion way too much today. Right. I don't have room for a Cure Confuse unit. The Raffies have been gathered. Alright, looking like no more rare enemies. Just that one run that had a couple of mills. No more rare enemies. Unfortunate, but expected. Hot dick. Another day, another whole lot of nothing. Let's look at the power material. More for the stack. Having to sift through all the junk, he's like, where is it? Where is it? There it is. There's another add-on that'll show the item names on the floor, but I feel like that'd make things too cluttered. I like to keep my various information on screen nice and clean. Ooh, 1% once permission clear is pretty bad. Definitely makes me think of Phantasy Star Universe in particular. And well, as well as PSO2 actually. Since they did a lot of things where the prizes you could get depended on the end of quest boxes. Which I really didn't like. I like rolling off of individual enemies. But a lot of the better like slot items and weapons in the game drop from end of quest. Alright, let's get to go ahead and do it on my end. I gotta go get some food. There. You know what, let me make sure to turn the game's music back on first. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and call it there. Whole lot of nothing again today. Oh well, can't blame me for trying, I suppose. But for now, yeah, I probably won't be back until Monday, and that's gonna be with good old Super Metroid Link to the Past Randomizer. If you enjoy the content, though, please give it a follow. It helps the channel grow. I guess those numbers going on up. We need to succeed here on Twitch.tv. On the YouTube side of things, give it a subscribe. You'll get the notifications as well. I'll be back on that on Monday. Tuesday, we're going to be going back into the Shuffler Madness. We've finished 2 games so far. Out of the 30, so I mean, it's progress. There's none that are particularly close. Otherwise, there's a couple that are getting there. But most of them are pretty much right at the start. Oh, the contrasts of games that I'm quite good at versus games that I am quite not. Oh well. In the meantime, though, I'll catch y'all later. Also, ain't that just Desire censored there, Wolfling? Every time. Alright. See you later.